know what? Close your eyes. Okay, I'm just gonna pass my finger through your hair while you're saying all of that. Okay. Like I said, if anything feels too personal, you're not ready to talk about it, don't force it, okay? It's important that you respect your privacy and yourself, and it's important that you respect your privacy and that you respect yourself in that. Yeah. Oh, so you actually talked to them, and how did that go? So, you explain how you feel, and you felt like you had to justify yourself a lot, right? If I understand correctly. Okay, well, I love that you actually went out of your way and talked to them, because a lot of people don't do that. They don't. A lot of people are afraid. So I'm proud of you for that. I think that's the first thing we gotta celebrate together, because it's a big move. But then you said you felt like you had to justify yourself a lot, and I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. So, it's funny because a lot of the time we feel like we owe everything to everyone. And what I mean by that is you must express everything and the reason why, and be your happy self and be your authentic self and be extremely vulnerable, especially when we talk about things like how we feel with people, you know. We feel the need to justify what is on our hearts because we want them to understand exactly how we have been feeling. And I think it's a good thing, but there's a but. You have to give up this idea that people will understand. No matter how much justification, no matter how much explaining you do, very few people will understand. Very few. Very few, very few, very few, very few. A tiny amount of people will understand. And that's because everybody sees life through their own lens. It's not because you're not good enough at explaining what you feel. I mean, you're trying, which is already amazing. Simply doing it for the sake of releasing and building stronger connections is wonderful. You do not need to be perfect at communicating to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, the way someone will see, let's say you go to them and you say, I feel hurt when you laugh at my preferences, or when I tell you about this game I really love and you ignore me, or you talk bad about other people in my presence. It makes me feel uncomfortable, you know. Whatever is on your mind, a lot of people will receive it as they did not do something correctly, instead of, my friend is trying to get closer to me by telling me what made them feel terrible. So that way we can have a better friendship where we both know how to adjust in simple situations that are easily adaptable. You know, oh, you don't like when I talk bad about people? Well, let me just not talk about people in your presence. You're not asking for too much. And then when people don't get you, or they're trying very hard not to understand, like I said, they are receiving it more so as, I did something wrong. I'm being told I'm a bad person. I'm not good. I did something wrong. And that's most people. So even if you're trying to justify and add details and really give your perspective, a lot of people are not equipped to be there for others. Yeah. And that's most of the time because they're not equipped to be there for them as well. Or should I say either. They're not equipped to be there for them either. For themselves either. How do you get more present for yourself? It's by doing what you did. So going in, talking to your friends, or whoever, because in the future it's going to be co-workers, it's going to be landlords, it's going to be strangers on the street, maybe, who knows, but it's about showing up for yourself the way you did, which is explaining how you feel, and leave it at that. You cannot justify every single emotion you had. It is a lot of energy, and it is not your job to make people understand where this is coming from, why you are feeling this way, unless they also are actively in the conversation and they are trying with you to understand. They want to make it better. But if they're closed off and they're taking it personally, you can leave it at that. At least you showed up for yourself. And this is how you build. Exactly. That's how you get present for yourself. I know. It's very scary to do, eh? Did you think about it before? You don't have to tell me. Yeah. It's like you're feeling anticipation, you're feeling nervous, but how did you feel after saying it? I get that. That's a good feeling. You deserve to feel good, you know that. But it's normal, I told you. You will feel a little bit of, did I do the right thing? Did I say enough? Did I not say enough? Because you're human. Because you care. Because you are sensitive to other people's needs and stuff. Yeah. But like I said, you don't owe everyone a justification for everything, especially when they are not actively trying to understand. If they are, that's different. And remember that you being open with your feelings, it's just a part of you. It's not who you are 100%. There's so many sides to you. You are a complex human being. So you cannot start to feel like you don't have a right to, or it doesn't look like me, or I hope they don't think that I'm just being too sensitive or too this. And you have a right to transform. And you have a right to adapt. And it's natural. It's natural that when you are in a certain situation, you react differently because different sides of you are being brought to the surface. So, like I said, it's not 100% you. It's a part of you. But it's good that you're not dismissing it, that you're making space for it. And as long as you don't make it 100% of the space that you have, then it's not becoming who you are. Does that make sense? But I'm just glad that you are standing up for yourself and you are able to mention to your friends what's going on and making space for you, essentially. I know. But one day you will understand why it happened this way. One day it will make sense to you. One day you will feel your power and you'll be grateful almost for these situations that at first glance, like you said, it's heavy, it's I don't want to be going through that. And so, in order to not becoming that, what I mean is being run by your emotions, you must make space for them when it is relevant and let them go. Or else you're keeping it in and you're carrying it. You remember we said like you had a backpack or a bag. That was my analogy, yes. I'm sure people have said that before. I don't want to take credits for this, but when it comes to your mind, 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 we barely have any way to really track how you've been doing and how you've been feeling. Absolutely. And this is where journaling come into play. And sometimes it doesn't have to be well written or well thought out. Do you plan on publishing it? That's what I thought. It can just be parts of your days and parts of your feelings. And most importantly, it allows you to track how you've been doing. Which projects are you working on? Which projects are you not working on? And what have you accomplished so far? It's a really wonderful way to notice how hard you work and how wonderful you are. Allow yourself to drift away and simply start to feel the words coming through your mind. Feel the words coming through your mind. Feel the words coming through your mind. You can also write things into present tense, things you want to accomplish, let's say, and allow yourself to revisit this part of your journal maybe a year later or two. And see how amazing it feels to believe in yourself, to give yourself a chance at being human and having dreams that you deserve to experience. No one else can live them but you. You are strong. You are capable. You are hardworking. Your presence is felt in a room. Your power is infinite. And you've been doing so good. Every time someone wants to see you lose, you gain power immediately. It is easy for you to remember how powerful you are. I just love this sound. deserve to keep these memories even when you feel great. Because we think of journaling only when we feel sad or low. It's so fun to revisit goals for the year and see how much you have